Let's go. Let's go. What's up? What's up, chat? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Starting early, starting fast. I want to go. I want to take care of business. Very excited about tonight. Some news just dropped here, though. What's up? So news just dropped. Jeremy Grant out tonight. Or, did I read that right? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Beautiful music. Jeremy Grant was downgraded, right, or something? Doubtful. Listed as doubtful. Okay. Josh Jackson out. Jeremy Grant doubtful. Eric Gordon and Daniel House out. My word, this is reminding me of end of season NBA where we just have 10, 12 guys on the slate that are all going to be like, great values. And I think it's a great idea for us to kind of go over what to do on slates like that, because the play is to not go 4 or 5 values and then like 3 studs. Like, we see it all the time. It does not happen. Does not work that way. All right, you're relying too much on these like very volatile replacement players to hit value in spots where they should, in theory, do well, but they're backups and they're volatile for a reason, for the most part. And we see this every time, people gobbling up the Spurs value or the Celtics value, things like that. And that's not the way it works. Doesn't work like that. You're not going to be able to shove in like 4, 9.5K players and then roll out 4 guys who are 3K and then like a 4K guy or something like that. That's not going to be a good lineup. First off, you need your all 4 9K, 10K guys to explode. You can't just have them have like an average game. You're going studs and duds. You need everybody to hit. When you go that fair and balanced, we're going to talk about some of those fair and balanced, targets today, especially for Draftkings, where we're looking at like Kyle Lowry, De'Aaron Fox, LaMelo Ball. These guys are 8K to 9.2. And, Porzingis 7.8, Draymond Green 7.4. And you have an opportunity to take those guys and hope they hit their ceiling. Oh, my goodness. I mean, if you grab Draymond tonight, he scores 54 small ball against, Portland tonight or something. It's like, now you're cooking. Now you have a chance to take something down. That 54 spot will be much more valuable at that price point and from Draymond Green at his 9% ownership than you jamming in the chalk and them scoring 43 points. Okay, so that's something we are going to be discussing for sure. What up, Momo? What up, Zach, Tyler, John, Eddie, Chris, Atomic Gilly, Allie, Michael? What's up? I love it. Let's go. So that's going to be our topic today. I think it's incredibly important. Few other things we will go over while we get going today. Let me dive right into the Study Hub projections. Let's upload them into Draftkings, and let's go ahead and get this thing started, okay? But do not forget what I was just talking about, because I definitely don't think the way to play is to go out there and try to make lineups with 4 or 5 studs in there, 3 or 4 3K value plays. It's just not going to work like that. I don't think it's going to work out, and I don't want to do it. So I'm not doing it. You can't make me do it. You can't make it. What's up, Muddy? Good to see you. All right, here we go. All right, so let's cover the one that just came across the wire here with Jeremy Grant doubtful. All right, so I'm going to plug him down at a 0. I talked about something this morning on the strategy notes. I thought I talked about Jeremy Grant. Did I? Yes, I did. He's a game-time decision. I said Sekou, Josh Jackson, Sadiq Bey would get the minute bumps. Well, my friends, Josh Jackson is now out. These are from the morning notes posted on the website today, the Rise or Fall NBA Notebook. Josh Jackson is now out. So you both have Grant and Jackson both out. Bey's going to get a ton of minutes. Sekou's going to get a ton of minutes. I think Plumlee gets a ton of minutes tonight. I think this rotation is going to be awful. It's going to be weird. Bey's probably going to play 36, 38 minutes, something like this, So Bey against Toronto, who another team's going to be slightly shorthanded tonight. Where's Plumlee? Down at 6'8". The issue here is he's next to a guy I absolutely love tonight, Rashawn Holmes, who in 2 games without Halliburton has played 33 and 34 minutes. Clearly just getting a shorter rotation there in Sacramento. And I already talked about that in the morning notes. Again, you guys should start reading these morning notes, by the way. The Kings have actually just shrunk their rotation. It's not like they're missing Halliburton and, Corey Joseph and Daquan Jeffries are all of a sudden getting more minutes. They didn't do that. They just said, man, everyone Kojo and Daquan, you're gonna keep the same 12 to 16 minutes. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure Bagley gets more minutes. We're gonna make sure Fox is on the court more. We're gonna make sure Hield plays a ton, and we're gonna give Holmes 33 and 35 minutes. And now we also have Buddy Hield as a game time decision, I believe questionable tonight. If he ends up being out, we're gonna have Harrison Barnes at 40. We're gonna have Fox at 40 minutes. Barnes at 40 minutes. Bagley and Holmes probably playing 34 to 36 each. It's a team I absolutely love tonight. I absolutely love them. And it's a similar situation here when we're looking at a team like Detroit now, But the issue with Detroit is they just don't have Halliburton. Yeah. I'll mispronounce 64% of these names here. Halliburton. When I make up the rest of my player pool, you're going to see like focused fantasy production tonight across certain teams. So like Bagley, yes, sir. Rashawn Holmes, absolutely. Mason Plumlee is now in there, especially with Grant out and Josh Jackson out. It's just a short rotation. That was a team that was already struggling, and they might have 8 bodies tonight. So I'm going to be adding a few of those guys. I'm kind of going out of order here, but I think some of these things are so important to cover that, Barnes, at 7K, you'd think no one's going to touch him tonight, and that's the truth. No one will touch him tonight, but I think he's going to get another 42 minutes or so. I don't see why he won't. They need him to be out there a ton. And Barnes was playing some good ball earlier this year too, and he's just going to be on the court forever. He's going to be on the court forever tonight. I love the Lakers side of things too. It's hard not to like the Lakers, and I'm on Draymond for sure. I think he's a phenomenal pivot off Porzingis. I love Brandon Ingram against Porzingis tonight too at 8.4K against the supernova fast Chicago Bulls. 8.4K. I mean, he could rack up 2-3 steals tonight against his team, maybe a block, really raise his scoring ceiling and floor. And I think no one on the Bulls is athletic enough really to keep up with many of these guys on New Orleans. I think Zion's going to absolutely feast in the paint tonight. And I'm just trying to find as many ways as I can to get off Porzingis. Sabonis just came across the wire. He is now a game time decision. Miles Turner and Doug McDermott would get the bumps for me. So McDermott is going to play tonight. That also came across the wire as well. Miles Turner, very, very nice price tag down here at 6K, would certainly be in play for me. We also have questionable tonight with Jeremy Lamb. Donuts, you called Barnes one of the days. Good spot. Yes, sir, I did. Been playing really well, he says. Isaiah Stewart, 3.4K. No Jackson, no Wright, no Grant. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. He's 3.4 still? I thought they would have raised him at some point. Wow, he's already down here. 28 minutes. Yeah, you ain't joking, man. And so I don't miss anything, let me go team by team real quick, how I normally do these, and we'll just fly through this as fast as we can because I don't want to miss. I don't want to miss anything. There's like 12, 15 guys that are like 4K-ish tonight that are absolutely in play. But I don't want to do the studs and duds thing like the rest of the industry. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing. I'm off of Trey. I'm off of Atlanta. Basically, just totally off Atlanta. I want to pare my pool down to certain types of studs if I'm going to pay up for them. Harden, Irving, yes. Jordan, absolutely. And Jeff Green, again, is out tonight. In the games that Jeff Green has been out here, we had 34 minutes, 26 minutes, 35 minutes. I think you have plenty of upside here at 5.7K. He's a decent pay down option at center. He'll also be very, very low owned tonight because of players like Isaiah Stewart, because of some of the other centers I already ran through just a segment ago. Charlotte, Melo, 9.2K. Everyone's going to run to him? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. The price tag's getting a little too high. I'm not there on Draftkings. I am totally there on Fanduel. On Draftkings, there are much better point guards to play tonight than LaMelo Ball. I'm not going to play Melo over Kyrie Irving, Kyle Lowry, Fox at 8.1K. So Melo, I'm not off him per se. I just like other people more, right? If I'm going to be paying up for this, give me Irving. I'll take Irving. Rozier 7.9, same thing. He's just priced way too high. PJ Washington, I could go back to the well with if Gordon Hayward is out. So pay attention to that news. I think that's a crucial piece of news that you need. I told you not to touch PJ Washington last game. Well, it was because they were on their third game in 4 nights, all 4 games on the road, all 3 games on the road, 5-game road trip, and it was the second leg of a back-to-back road game set, and he played 42 minutes the night before. There was no way he was going to be energized and ready, and he wasn't. He had tired legs, went 1 for 8, looked terrible, turned the ball over 4 times. Just terrible, terrible. This is a tired player. Now he's had a day or so of rest, and they're on the road still in Minnesota. They did leave on the 1st, so he'll be all right. He'll be all right tonight, I think. But, again, that's only if Gordon Hayward is out. Monk, 5.7 pass. 4.9K on FanDuel. Yes, sir. What's up? Hey, what's up, Dad? Let's scroll down. Let's keep going. Chicago. We're going Kobe White, 6.5 pass. I love him on FanDuel at 6K. I think that's another middle-of-the-road type pivot off of Dennis Schroeder and off of Jalen Brunson at 5.2 and 5.7K on FanDuel, I think, or 5.5. You could go up to Kobe White, who's playing some great ball as of late. 5 straight really good games. Usage rate is up. Minutes are solid. And scoring 19 or more in 5 straight games. Listen, while he's hot like this, I'm going to be playing him against the Pelicans with a nice hefty 116 implied total in Vegas. And you can go ahead and get Kobe White on FanDuel at 6K as a pivot off of Brunson and Schroeder, who I think will combine for 55-60% ownership tonight. That's a nice contrarian play to go right up to Kobe White. Everyone else is going to go with those 2 cheapies, and then they're going to go climb the salary scale all the way up to Kyle Lowry at 8K. You could get really unique tonight by using Kobe White on FanDuel at 6K. Zach Levine, 9.5, kind of one of those guys I do like pivoting off of the studs with. So you can play him. The one thing I will say, with this stretch of hot games from Kobe White, you've actually seen a little bit of a downturn here from Zach Levine, as I've been corrected a million times. So plug him in if you'd like, but I would set a rule up here in Fantasy Cruncher, or if you're hand building, to not have Kobe White and Zach Levine in there together tonight. I'm just not going to have them in the same lineups. That's not something I want to do. Before I go on and forget about it, we have a bunch of new tools actually coming out, like insane amounts. There's a little link here. It's a tutorial to show you, like, what are these tools? All right, Jeremy Grant is ruled out. Cool. So we got that news plenty early. We don't have to worry about anything. I like that. Y'all got to see some of these tools, though. It is quite impressive what this is going to end up being. I need to show you. So one of them, I'll just show you a photo of, and then I'll actually show you. So we have a new tiered ranking system. This is going to be totally automated on the website. This is the back page of this, so you can't like see it on the website or anything. You'll be able to search players. You're like, oh, okay. Miles Turner's gonna get okay. Sabonis is at what's Turner's tier ranking? Okay, he's a 2. Okay. Because you search his name. You just type his name and hit the search bar. You could download these nightly so you can keep track of what the tiered rankings were from night to night for whatever reason. If you'd like to keep track of them, by all freaking means. We've got the cash core. I have my cash core filled in already, which I might go back through here and take a peek here, because now that we have all these guys out on Detroit, we've got 2 more guys out on Houston. We're going to have a ton of minutes for Jayshawn Tate, a bunch for Victor Oladipo, who played 41 minutes last game. John Wall played a ton of minutes too. Oladipo still just 7.9K, a good play. I like him there, so he might slide in there somewhere as well in cash games. But I made my cash core. My GPP core is over here as well. FanDuel and DraftKings. Pay attention if Fournier's out. If he's out, Terrence Ross, one of my favorite plays in the entire slate on FanDuel at 5.5K. So those 2 are new. And then here's the projections page. This is all Latin. This is because this is on the back end. But check this out, my friends. So if you're somebody who's like, listen, Mitch, I like what you do there. Y'all got a really cool study hub here. I love researching usage, minutes, fantasy points, values, sim model. I want to look at all this stuff. I want to make player pools by using filters, and I want to filter things, and I want to sort things, and I want to make personal player pools, whatever. You want to research, go ahead. You guys can research. But if you're like, it's just too much for my eyes, here you go. We made this for you. This is going to be live in a day or 2. You click the site you want. Here's DraftKings, and you have names, projection, DK rating, ownerships, the rise percentage, which you all like, points for value, value plus or minus. And you can also do this now. You can click this little button. If you're like, I want point guard, shooting guard, I'm going to filter shooting guard, small forward, whatever. There we go. You got all the guards in there. There you go. There you go. That's it. You got it. It's freaking awesome, right? Like, this is legit right here. You have everybody from these 2 positions. If you're like, no, I just want to see the centers. Okay. So you can go to center. There you go. These are the eligible centers tonight. All right. Well, who is the highest rating? Well, look at this. You can filter it. All right. Let me filter the other way. Nerlens Noel, 102.55. This was last night, by the way, because we're testing this stuff. So there you go. Jokic, 101.39, a little bit higher than Giannis. So if you had to choose last night, you would have gone with Jokic. There you go. And then you would have won all the dollars, all the doll hairs. Okay? So this is pretty dope. I like this a lot. I also like that I can just do this, which you can't do on the Study Hub. You can search him. There he is, Derrick Rose, baby. And you could search it and be like, wow, he's got an 80.14 rating. And then if you'd like, you can take this and you can download it. This is Draftkings. You can do this for Superdraft, Fanduel, and look, I downloaded it. Now, for you guys and gals who want to keep this stuff, you go ahead and keep this stuff. You can delete, whatever categories you want. This is now your, stuff to work on if you want. If you want to, like, just keep this, right, and you just want to keep, let me format this real quick. If you just want to keep this stuff and you're like, well, okay, I want name, projection, DK rating, ownership, rise. And then maybe you upload this into Fantasy Cruncher. You just make these columns, upload them. You do whatever the heck you want. What if you just keep a folder on your desktop and you keep all our projections nightly? And you just want to go through Fantasy Cruncher and backtest them. We allow you to do that. You can download them right there. I think this page is going to be absolutely awesome for people. I think it's going to be absolutely awesome today. So, or when this goes live, I think it's going to be game changer. So anybody who needs, the extra type of content where it's a little bit structured for you, that's going to be a good page for you. Study Hub will be the massive study cheat sheet. You'll have the core builds, our GPP cores. You'll have our cash cores, the DFS strategy notebook, which will be AM and pre-lock notes. You'll have the player rankings. You'll have automated tiered rankings. You'll have the notes and stuff for cash and GPP. And then, of course, the GPP picks and player pools. All right, I took 3 minutes to talk about it. I was very excited about it. Team A is going to be making his player pools tonight here soon. So anyways, it's right here in this little emailer. You guys can read this, and you'll figure out what the heck is going on inside Rise or Fall. But it's a lot. And if you want to join up, stream right above my head. That stream code makes it just $24.99 for your first month. And then you also get $20 to use at Fantasy Cruncher, which you're watching me use today. Let's keep going. Colin Sexton, a little too high for me at this price tag. Again, certain teams I just don't care about today. Certain teams I absolutely love. I'm trying to get off Jalen Brunson as much as I can in tournaments, my friends. I think, listen, he can have a really good game, score 32 points, and you can win without him, okay? Or he can have an average game, and if you don't have him, 40% of the field sucks, okay? So I'm off of him. I don't think that, he's drastically underpriced to the point where he's a steal. He's not. He's 5'3". He's kind of priced at value, in my opinion. So, no, I'm not there. Same with Porzingis. Listen, Porzingis could go 50 tonight, okay? But his ownership 25% or so tonight, I'm guessing. What if he gets 44? 34 minutes tonight, takes 20 shots, scores 44 points. Great job. Play him in cash. Is he going to win you a tournament tonight? I don't know. OKC is a lot of lower scoring games there out there. There's other players I like instead. Again, I'm trying to get off of these chalky plays, and I want to be slightly different today if I can be. Again, here's Detroit, Plumlee, Bay, Isaiah Stewart. Saban Lee probably gets a lot more minutes tonight too. I think this rotation is just going to be tiny, man. Look at Dennis Smith Jr. Now he's starting to ball out, right? So here's my pivot, right? This is kind of what I'm talking about. Find ways to get off the Jalen Brunsons of the world and find ways to get on these super volatile players that no one wants. They don't have to outscore Brunson by 20 points. Dennis Smith Jr. tonight can score 29 and Brunson scores 26. Guess what? You made a really good choice. Why? Because now you and 1% of the field, 3% of the field have a 3-point lead on 42% of the Brunson lineups. Just like that. You don't need, and people think about these price point pivots all the time. They're like, oh, yeah, I need this guy. Great price point pivot. And they think this guy needs to go for 48 and the other guy needs to bomb. No. You could do a Brunson pivot right to Dennis Smith Jr., man. And as all he has to do is outscore him by 2-3 points, you made a great choice. You just left 40% of the field. And the only people moving with you are those 3% people that paid for Dennis Smith instead of Jalen Brunson. And I bet you there's some crossover where some of those lineups have Jalen and Dennis Smith Jr., and they've wiped themselves out already, okay? So I'm finding ways to get off Brunson, Porzingis, these chalk plays. I'm pivoting to Draymond Green. I'm pivoting to Dennis Smith Jr. I'm pivoting to Kobe White. I'll take Dennis Schroeder tonight at his 20% ownership, whatever it is. it's been a while since we've seen him be like the alpha and omega to an offense, but I think you're all going to remember why he used to be like 7.5K. Steph Curry, now I'm off it. Draymond, again, I'm kind of going those mid-tier guys. Here's a couple I actually really like now. So Oladipo and John Wall against Brooklyn. It's going to be a fast-paced game. There's no doubt about it. They're going to score a decent amount of points because Brooklyn gives up a decent amount of points. Even in the big games where they're winning here, they're on like a 6-game win streak. Look at the points they're giving up each game, okay? 113, all right? 115. 92 against Orlando. 118, 108. So defense is shoring up slightly, but we're still getting some decent totals. Houston here has nobody. Okay, they're missing bodies everywhere. There's no Christian Wood, no Daniel House, no Eric Gordon. Nwaba's out tonight. Don't overlook that. That's 20-something minutes, 23 minutes opened up again. House got hurt last game, played 11. Eric Gordon, how many would he play? 23. So you're missing 60 minutes out of the rotation right there. Oladipo played 41. Wall played 40. They're going to do it again. So, I'm not paying for LaMelo Ball. I'm paying for Victor Oladipo and John Wall, okay? I want those minutes at home, and I think this is a game where everybody now says, it's going to be a blowout, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not going to be a blowout. Well, if it is a blowout, it's not because of Daniel House and Eric Gordon missing. I'm sorry, they're replacement level players. This is the offense right here. They're going to have crazy minutes and usage tonight. So I like those two plays a lot. Again, I'm going that fair and balanced route. I don't want to do what the field is doing tonight. Jam in 4 values, jam in 4 studs. I don't want to do that. I got to be different. So this is my way to do it. I'm going to be going fair and balanced as much as I can, and I'm looking for pivots off of these uber chalk plays. All right, if Sabonis ends up missing, a little bit more onus on people like Doug McDermott to score. Miles Turner, I think, is a great play, so pay attention to the news. I'm not on Brogdon. Schroeder, yes. Kuzma, yes, for now, unless ownership skyrockets. But I think what will keep his ownership down is the fact that this game is at 10 o'clock, and he's a game time decision. The beautiful part is if you have him late and he ends up getting scratched, it ain't the greatest, 5.8 down to 3.7K, but you can make that late pivot to Markieff Morris in your lineups if you want, all right? Markieff Morris, by the way, another one of those super cheap guys who I'm not entirely buying into this production tonight. Listen, this is the 3rd game in 4 nights. It is the 2nd leg of a back-to-back. He played 34 minutes last night. Markieff Morris, he has not played those types of minutes in a long time. So while the field 26, 30, 32% jumps out of Markieff Morris tonight, I can go out of my way to not do that and be unique. Now, if you want to jump on like a value play like Horton Tucker, I think it gets hard to fade these guys. Someone who might play 28 minutes or so tonight but take, 15 shots, right? And a night like this, a night like that. So I'll likely jam him in there for cash games and for tournaments. So I'm going to try to find a way to get off him tonight for sure. Because there are ways. A couple players I like here on Minnesota have been priced up, unfortunately. Towns, I think, is not in play because of the other centers on the slate, which we'll get to. Anthony Edwards, again, just too expensive now. Jalen Noel was like my favorite play for a hot minute there. Not now, not with people returning here. Slide down to the Pelicans. Zion, 9.1K against Chicago, should be an easy 50-pointer tonight. The Chicago gives up everything to bigs. Fine cash option, truly, but the ceiling is that, just slightly lacking, I think, right? Like, even a really good game, 53. You can go without a 53 spot from a 9.1K price tag. Tobias Harris is playing tonight. Okay, anything else we got there? Nothing else. Eric Bledsoe, 5.3K against the Bulls. I don't mind it at all. Again, we talked about this. Last game, he was a GPP core pick of mine. He scored 29 points, so not bad. He'll be fringe core tonight for me again against the Bulls, who cannot stop anybody. Truly, they can't stop anybody. Eric Bledsoe's an absolute bull, and if he gets Kobe White defense, it's got to be one of the worst defensive ratings in the NBA, defensive efficiency wise. Bledsoe's taking shots again. This is what we talked about. And you go look at his double-digit shot games. Go look at all of them. Okay, he doesn't let you down too often. 24, 27, 38, 32, 41, 23. Okay, listen, 23 points, 21 points of a 5.3K player. It's not going to tank you. You ain't going to be happy with it, but it's not going to tank you. Here's another one that interests me. Shy. Yeah, SGA, man. We know he's got 60-point upside. The issue here for me is that if you use him, you are now off of Kyrie Irving, who's already a pivot off of LaMelo Ball, right? Or you're using him over, are they already low-owned John Wall or Victor Oladipo. So I'm kind of off of Oklahoma. I don't know how many points they're scoring tonight. I think this game's going to be really low scoring there, OKC and Dallas. Here's where things get fun to me. If Fournier's out, I'm on Terrence Ross. If Fournier's out, I love Vucevic tonight. If Fournier's in, I still freaking love Vucevic, man. I love him. I love him. I love this spot against Atlanta, and he is just playing on another freaking level. Look at the shot attempts, man. It is hard for him to not do well. 20 shot attempts. We got a 61, 50, 65. All right. And those 20 shot attempts game. 24 shot attempts, scores 46. Every game since then. Okay. So you've got 74, 64, 41, 47, 56, 62. So even if he has a bad game, you're looking at like what, 42-ish? A bad game? Still not going to ruin you, but you've got the upside of a guy who has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games over 56, 5 games over 61 points in his last 10. He has 5 games over 61 points in his last 10 when he's taken 20 or more shots. I love Vooch. I love Vooch. Phenomenal play tonight. I think he'll be extremely under-owned too. Because of this, guys are just going to go, well, I'm playing Embiid if I'm paying up, right? Why would I pay for Vucevic? Well, I just showed you why. All right, here we go. Portland going down here, just priced up. Everyone's priced up. I get it. Should be a fun, entertaining game, but for DFS purposes, I'm not really there. I'm just not there. Here are the guys I'm on right now. If Buddy Hield misses this game, oh my gosh, I will absolutely love this 4 right here, which I already do like them. Minutes are just going to be there. They're nice. Now, Toronto, golly, here we go. Kyle Lowry, 8-1. Absolutely love him. I love him. I know the ownership will be up some today. Norman Powell, I love him. Boucher, I actually like him more if he does not start. Get it right there. If he does not start, his ownership will stay down. If he starts tonight, Boucher's ownership is going to be 25, 30%. He's super volatile. If he does not start tonight and he still gets up to 29, 30 minutes here, somewhere in here, he can return you 40-something points tonight. I do happen to think that this is a night, no matter what, that he's going to play a lot of minutes. They are not playing G League call-ups, Jalen Harris or Paul Watson. These guys got called up from the G League today. I think both of them. I don't think they can even actually play tonight. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 active players. Is that right? 9 active players and then 2 G Leaguers who I don't know if they're allowed to play yet. I think Matt Thomas is a recent called up too. Is that 3? 3 guys? I don't know. I know a lot of people are talking about DeAndre Bembry and Terrence Davis. Listen, if Davis is starting, okay, but I don't see why he would. I think it's going to be Lowry, Lowry, Powell, Bembry. You'll get probably Boucher and then, I don't know, Baines. That's an ugly lineup. Powell and Lowry for sure. Boucher, 6'4", in play. Utah, Rudy Gobert, 7.5K. Basically priced at value, my friends. Look at this. 34 all the way up to 50 is kind of the range. And then his bad games, 30, 32, 29. Okay. It ain't going to kill you. It ain't going to kill you at 7.5, and you got the upside for more. But that's it for me. Everyone else is too expensive. D-Mitch should see a fair amount of Ben Simmons. I don't like to target him. He's a pretty good defender. All right, there we go. That's the player pool. Who wants it? You could make the argument to fade Harden tonight. Yeah, you could, but I'm not. If there's any chance this game's competitive, Harden's going for 70 plus, man. I mean, you could probably go Harden and Vooch tonight, and I'll have to get somebody cheaper. You go Harden and Vooch to start your lineup, okay, and then you'll have to add in some more value players. You go Harden and Vooch in your lineup. Add someone like Markieff Morris in there or something, probably would help. You could play, here, let me go get him. Let me add these guys, actually. Let me add Tucker and Keith here because they're so cheap. They're so cheap. So there we go. Yeah, and they both got used. Perfect. I figured. You could do something like that, and you have Harden and Vooch in the same lineup together. What if they both go 70 bombs tonight? Totally could see it happen. You're stuck, you're all over. You're stuck with the Lakers, semi-chalk here. You're looking at chalk here. Tucker, Morris, and Schroeder. But you do get to jam in Harden and Vooch, who I think both have 70-point upside. And if you get those productions tonight, and these values do quite well, and you got guys like Bledsoe and Powell, I mean, this lineup could go absolutely bonkers. All right, let's take a peek. You guys liked this last time, so I'm going to do it again. I'm going to switch to the ownership tab, and then I'm going to show you, I'm going to give this away. Let me give you a cheat sheet. I can't do it while it's crunching. Okay, so you guys can just check it out. Oops, wrong tab. Yeah, right, 75 people. Thank you very much for your support today. Still only 10 thumbs. Hit that like button. I see 29. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. Did you say that it will have the dates so we can go back and get the data from previous? Yes, I did. You're talking about the awesome new projection stuff? You're talking about this, the tools? Crap, did I close it? I'm going to open it back up. By the way, while I was streaming, I just saw Dabbing Puggle, our 3-time live finalist, pro coach, give away $333 tonight in Discord. What the heck did I miss? This guy's a maniac. All right, here's the ownerships. You guys can look at this. This is raw optimal projected ownership exposures. If you were to run out our raw projections right now, these are the exposures. Check it out. Yeah, the download button right here, buddy. So this is new. It's on. It's not live on the site. We still have to do a bunch of stuff to it. But it's a projections page. It's going to be projections, ratings, ownerships, rise percentage, value, all this stuff. You can sort by position. You can look at only centers. You can search names. You want to see what Plumlee is looking like tonight. Ooh, CG updated this for tonight. So you want to search Plumlee? Okay, Plumlee's FanDuel projection 31.47, 62.81 rating. Not too good, but I like that low ownership. Let's take a peek at Draftkings. Okay, I want to look at Draftkings. I want to look at point guards and point guard, shooting guard. Okay. All right, what is Brunson? Oh, actually, are these still? These are last night's. Oh, okay, so FanDuel's updated. All right, let's do, what is Brunson tonight? Type in Brunson. Oh, so it's not everybody's been updated. No, okay. Never mind then. This is why it's not live. He must be doing stuff in the background right now. Like Jeremy Grant would have been a great play, 91.9575 rating, but he's out, right? So again, this is not live. But anyways, it's pretty cool. You're going to be able to do this, man. What up, David? Good to see you, man. Best in the biz. I appreciate that. If you think that now, man, we have added this to your content. So it's a projections page that is separate from the study hub, which has all sorts of projections and, you know, things to research and all this stuff. You still have this, but now we have added this. So you can go sort through and you can search players' names. You can sort by position, sort by teams. You want to just research a team at a time? You can do that now. You're looking at just Atlanta. Okay, I love this. I absolutely love this. And you can download it. So every single night, you just go to the projections page and you can download this, keep it for yourself, and then go back through Fantasy Cruncher Rewind and do all the research you want and rewind later. Why do you want to do that? Well, you get $20 to use on FC every single month. Here it is. If you're already an FC user, you actually get $20 to use on FC every month. If you're not an FC user, you still get $20 to use on FC. It's a gift card. Everybody who's a member gets one, whether they're current FC members or soon to be. You still all get it. That's $240 off per year towards Fantasy Cruncher, and you pay $9.99 per month to us value-wise. That's unbelievable. And you get all this kind of cool stuff that we're showing here. Listen, I got to bounce here in a second. Today's Twitch stream was special. Yeah, it was a good Twitch stream. It was a good Twitch stream for sure. All right. I just realized I wasn't even showing you. I wasn't even showing you all the cool stuff, was I? I had the wrong thing up. My bad. Mitch missed my comment. Leverage chalk that is north of 8K. Eat the value chalk when it's in a good spot. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Anyways, I think this is going to be the coolest new page. Everyone can download it. and go back through FC Rewind and do their work. Okay, and if you want to read about it, and you're like, wow, Team Rise or Fall is doing all sorts of new stuff. Listen, I did a little tutorial because I can't help myself. The teacher in me always does tutorials here. So I put out a tutorial how to use this stuff, where to use it. I talked about the morning notes. This is a brand new page. I hope you guys are using the morning notes. That's a strategy notebook. This is dope. You updated the sheets just now, CG? Thanks, man. We're going to have a new algorithm-based tiered ranking. That's right. So players will be ranked tier 1 through, I don't remember, 5. And it's going to be based on all the things that you see on this massive study hub. We have created an algorithm to spit out a tiered ranking for every single player based on all of our myriad of ratings and values and ownerships and rise percentages and pace and Vegas and simulation model. And it's all baked into one tiered ranking. And that's an automated ranking, algo based. 48 out. Let's go, Terrence Ross. We got that in live, baby. We got that in live. I love it. So perfect. Terrence Ross, especially on FanDuel. I'm telling you right now, man. 5.5K Terrence Ross is going in my GPP core tonight. Not even thinking twice. I got to go make my GPP core and my cash core, and I'm going to give it away right now. This is a good stream. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me give away this cheat sheet. I told you I'd make it. And I hope you all win some money tonight. And I hope you join the fam. Use promo STREAM. Right here. Takes $5 off your first month. That means you pay $24.99. $24.99 for your first month. And you get $20 to FC. You're paying $4.99 for us. Okay. Good luck. CG's going to update rankings, projections. And I'm going to go back. Here's the homepage. I'm going to go take care of the cash and core builds. I need to do these. I see CG putting his together. Ooh, Dabbing Puggle, 5-time live finalist, put in his pool. Dennis Smoot Jr., he's thinking like me. He's trying to get off at Jalen Brunson and all the chalk. Isaiah Stewart. Oh,